Apache Spark. For this we will speak about today in our video. What is Apache Spark, what we have in Apache Spark ecosystem, and how exactly Apache Spark work. I briefly will explain you that because in most of the videos there are too many details, and in the end most of the people are more confused than to get some idea about Apache Spark. If you like this video, if you want to be a part of our community, don't wait. Click on the subscriber button and not forget to click on bell button too. Let's start with the actual part. What exactly is Apache Spark? That it's big data engine that all people use, because at the moment I am pretty sure that it's the onlyest way that we could progress large data sets. And if you want to progress them, transform them quicker and in the normal timing to say, for sure we need to use Apache Spark. For that reason, you could find it out in all cloud providers, could run it on your local machine, your servers, and so on. It's open source, which is great. What we have in Apache Spark ecosystem, I will explain you, but to be sure that you get my perspective and idea, I will give you this example. What will happen if you want to open one Excel file with 100 rows? You just will double click, you will open the file, and you will start to work with it. That is because your laptop, your computer have enough resource to work with that, and this to happen in normal timing. What will happen if you try to open really big Excel file, like 100 or 1000 of gigabytes? You will try to open it, you will double click on it and risk to not open it and just to wait something to happen. It's really big. Why? Because our machine, our single computer, it's not powerful, it's not good enough we to do that. For this reason, we need to use cluster of computers to have enough power to could progress this kind of data. What we have in the ecosystem, in Apache Spark ecosystem, we have MLlib. In today's days, it's not a way to not have machine learning library and working, especially in the big data, because from the big data we could create really good models. Streaming for real-time analytics part to send bunch of data per minute, seconds, and so on, and to have real-time or close to real-time reports and analysis. SQL, it's one really good implementation and way in Apache Spark to program to develop and make our commands only with SQL code, to not use programming language like a way to write our Apache Spark program. It's really powerful, it's really useful, and and if you know SQL, you could progress big data too, which is impressive. Here the SQL queries are much faster than the standard relational SQL database, for example. GraphX is actual programming way to organize our Apache Spark program and way to transform our data with programming language. Programming languages that Apache Spark supports are Python, Scala, and Java, as you could see here on the picture. How exactly Spark working? It's really good question. We just write our Spark program and created it in Spark context. After that, we have the cluster manager, which is how to say the big boss that it's responsible to say how many how many computers we need to have to execute our program, to go across our action plan, to say, because in Spark context we write our commands and what we want to do with big data sets. Cluster manager realize what resource we need to execute this program, and after that we use our cluster resource, which are the worker nodes. We are really close and equivalent to single computers, different computers, and we have in our worker nodes executor that call task, that call the steps from our action plan, to say, and cache where we store what we want to execute like a next step and the actual results from the previous task execution. To get better understanding, I will explain you and give you this example. If you want to try to build a house, we need to have the action plan. We need to know what we should do and which step should be first, which should be second, and so on. After that, our boss need to organize teams that need to work and design this house, to build the house, and so on. And these teams are like different worker nodes. In every single team, in every single worker node, we have like a supervisor that provide task that our people need to do, and it's responsible for that, to be cached what resource is needed for the team to make them own task. And yeah, and to order the task in a good way, and the people to start to do them job, and like a final result to have our new house. Here it's the same, and like a final result we to have the actual result from our PySpark program, which is transformed big data from different data sets. I hope this to help you to have some brief idea regarding Apache Spark. If you like the video, don't wait, click on the like button too, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for the watching. Bye for now.